Hi all, so I'm going to do a quick analysis and summary of yesterday's stream regarding the new Courage-class science destroyer as seen in Star Trek Discovery Season 3. And they said this is going to be released next week as an R&D Promotion Pack prize, so as in the most difficult way to get a ship in this game. And next week they didn't specify a date, but I assume it's going to be next Tuesday, July 27th, 2021, alongside the Hold the Line at Pavo event, so look forward to that. So I've captured a few images off the stream and we're going to analyze them. And ignore the yellow board, I'm having a few technical difficulties this morning. But anyways, first image we can see a close-up of the ship alongside its bridge officer seatings, so let's go over that. First up, Lieutenant and Ensign Universal, so nice amount of versatility there. A Lieutenant Engineering, that's pretty standard for science destroyers. And of course, as this is a science destroyer, we have a Lieutenant Commander / Commander Tactical and Lieutenant Commander / Commander Science. And they both have command specialization. So, as a science destroyer, if you're not familiar with those, in tactical mode, this will be a commander seat, and this will be a lieutenant commander seat. And in science mode, this will be commander, and this will be lieutenant commander. So yeah, you can switch it depending on the mode. And the command specialization, as I was told during the stream, will activate on the commander bridge officer, and the other one will be deactivated. So I'm not sure if this is going to be nice or not, but this somewhat encourages you to build towards just one side of either tactical or science. So as we get through this, you'll notice that this ship is probably better off in tactical mode. As in science mode, you have way better science ships out there that will probably perform better in the role of science. So, but anyways, let's continue. So the next image we have the tooltip for tactical mode. So this activates your experimental weapon and deactivates your science equipment. So that's secondary deflector, subsystem targeting, who even uses that, and sensor analysis. And also boosts your hull by 20% and decreases your shields by 20%. So with the overall theme we have with 32nd century ships in this game so far, is that they have higher hull than shields. This goes with the theme of the programmable matter we have in the Season 3, so yeah, it's going to have higher hull overall. Next image we have the starship trait, Directional Bias. So this takes advantage of the overall theme of the ship, which is it does not have a discernible front or back. Now in science mode, this is the front. And in tactical mode, this is the front. There is no discernible warp nacelles or impulse engines, so that's what they're going with. And when you activate tactical mode, your ship will have an animation where it turns around and faces the other direction. And the starship trait goes with this theme. So depending on which facing you're getting hit, front or back, you will get bonuses. So when you get hit in the front, you get 5% bonus exotic damage for your bridge officer abilities, up to 10 stacks once per second. So after 10 seconds, you get 50% bonus exotic damage. So that's nice. The way I would use this, if you plan on using this for your exotic damage build, is you would use your clicky consoles, your consoles that give you exotic damage sources, and then after you get these stacks, use your bridge officer abilities. So whether or not this will be a meta starship trait for exotic damage builds, I would say no, because the other ones you would rather use, you can use right away, and overall you can get those stacks rather quickly. So if you want to use this, it's not going to be a bad trait. This is a very good trait if you can control which direction your opponents are facing you, and you can get hit by these. But I would not call this a meta trait. And being from a promo ship, I mean, that's fair, because the majority of players will not have this trait, so yeah. I'm very happy that most of the meta traits are not from promo ships, so thank you very much for that. Anyways, if you get hit in the back, it's 1% hull regeneration and bonus 5% to hull healing. So max 10 stacks, so 5% and 50% respectively. And when you activate exotic damage and hull healing bridge officer abilities respectively, it consumes these 10 stacks or whatever, however many stacks you have. But there's no cooldown, so you can keep getting these stacks even after using said abilities. So that's nice. Next, we have the console, a universal console called Force Translator. This projects your structural integrity 5 kilometers away from yourself and hits any targets within that circle of yourself. And this stacks with your maximum hull points and speed. So if you have high hull or high speed or both, you can take maximum advantage of this console. So this works best on hull healing. I'm sorry, hull tanks. So yeah, take advantage of this if you have a hull tank. And plus 12.4% damage with energy weapons, and it scales with your auxiliary power setting, so that's cool. And 3.3% maximum hull capacity. And it has a 2-minute cooldown, but for this huge amount of damage boost, it's quite nice. Of course, get your opponents within 5 kilometers, but yeah, it's cool. And 21.1 repel. So it's quite a useful console, and here's the animation for it. So it's a big, massive red wave, which projects from yourself, and you are held still for 2 seconds while you're doing this, but yeah, it's cool. Alright, so next we have the experimental weapon, the Coherent Integrity Projector, or as Commander Kale here calls it, Fireballs of Death. So that's the animation of it. It shoots red fireballs towards your target, and the damage it deals, heavy kinetic damage, scales to your maximum hull points. So again, this goes with the theme of hull tanking for this ship, or any ship you might want to put this on. So if your ship that has an experimental weapon slot has high hull, take advantage of this one. Whether or not this will be meta, again, depends on usage. But again, this consumes 10% weapon power while firing, compared to the meta one, which is the Soliton Wave Impaler from the Tier 6 Rycian Corvette, which does not consume any weapon power. That one is still the meta experimental weapon. But of course, depending on what you're using, you can use this weapon if you have high hull. And finally, the final image is a science comparison with the Galaxy class. So it's quite large. It's 150% the length of a Galaxy class and just as tall. So, as said, this is the front. You can see a command deck when you're in science mode, and again a command deck on this side when you're in tactical mode. So yeah, this is quite the unique ship. And it's quite interesting, so I understand why they want to put it in a R&D promo pack. But again, we're probably not going to see many players with this ship, and I myself am not planning to get this. And again, I think this ship works best in tactical mode, because if you want to use this as a science vessel, there are much better science vessels out there. So yeah, but if you want the look of this ship and you want to fly a science vessel, you have your choices. But yeah, this is pretty much it for this analysis. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and ring the notification bell to be notified of future videos. Helps out the channel quite a lot, and it's free, so why not? Also, statistics show me that less than 30% of you are actually subscribed to me, so if you haven't smashed that subscribe button, please do so. Also, I have a Patreon if you want to contribute to that, link in the description, where you'll also find membership, and my Discord server, where you can speak to fans and myself directly. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye!